Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Delusional's Arcade. So we are at NEACF Arcade in New England. I paid him a visit up in New Hampshire. I had some business to do up here and I said, you know what, I'm swinging by your house. Figured we'd do a quick little nickel tour here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so here we are. We're at the awesome arcade. So let's see what's going on. And I think Mike's around. There he is.
Hey!
What's up?
Hey, glad you could make it.
Finally made it out here. I can't believe it. All the way in New Hampshire.
I know that Tim guy said you were coming like years ago. But
Years
that's
ago
the
in
way it
an
works.
old video.
That's
Yeah,
the way it
exactly.
works, yeah.
So I finally did it. Thanks for having me. It was
Yep.
awesome. We had a great time last night.
Yeah, we
playing all
played
the
a
pins
lot.
and stuff. He was schooling me on all of them. So let's start here, I guess. Dracula. This is this your latest edition? I can't remember.
No, the latest is Tales of Arabian Nights, but
Okay.
prior to that, the Theater of Magic and Dracula were on the same day.
Ah. Nice. Yeah, this one, I actually got it to unlock, which is great, which is where the ball floats across the magnet, and then you got to hit it. I got it the first shot. I'm like, yes, finally.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's an awesome. This is a really underrated pin, and value-wise, it's a great.
It's really fun to play, and it kind of reminds me of, like, if you compare it to Vids, because I'm not a pin guy, but I compare it to Robotron, where, like, I'm like, all right, one more game. Yeah, I can do better. One more game. One more game. And then before you know it, I'm like an hour later.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. Theater of Magic was cool, too.
Yeah.
That one had a lot of, a lot of ramp stuff going on, and very quick, too. I had a couple saves where I was like, whoa, that was lightning quick. A lot
Now
of fun.
listen to this. Puyan wants to butt in, so might as well at least show everybody the noise. Puyan's attract mode. It's like, hey, play me!
Yeah, we played that last night as well,
Yeah.
and I got schooled in it.
I totally schooled you on that one.
You got like
That
almost
one's my-
100,000 close
that's
to
my
it.
baby.
So these DMDs, what's the story with these?
Yeah, these are the pinned to DMDs that I have done. And then, I go online and find people who've done the colorization. Brian, our Brian, he's done some colorizations already. So,
Okay, and
yeah.
so this is like, it looks brighter than normal.
Yeah.
I've seen color ones. So this, you basically manufactured not manufactured, but you got all the
Yeah.
pieces together.
Yeah, I had all the, yep.
So you got
and
the LCD.
Then I assemble it and
the dot
and
matrix display and
program
color.
it, and yep, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. And then you have one over here too. I'm going to skip over these really quick. And it's on The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
So this one you were saying that it's set a little brighter. I mean, you can really, it's so vibrant compared
Yeah.
to a normal one.
Yeah, that one I posted to my YouTube channel because that was the first pin DMD set that I did. And
that
I
is
put it
awesome.
on my YouTube channel just so that people can look to see what it looks like installed on a machine. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So Simpsons, and of course we got Hubert here making all that noise. Which we love. So Simpsons, I think Jay said he wants this. He's Kapow on the Roundtable. He really wants the Simpsons. You'll never get rid of it though. So.
no,
Medieval Madness remake. So this is when I first actually met Mike, where he was selling me his Outrun,
Yep.
and with the money that I gave him to the Outrun, so technically I kind of own this partially, right?
small bit, sure.
So he used that money to buy
Like
the
a tenth of the
Medieval
cost.
Madness remake, which he really likes. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Dracula's awesome. So yeah, this was fun to play. Like we just spent, I don't know, what I came at midnight, driving in
Yeah,
really
and then
late,
we
and we
went
stayed
at
up till like
4.
3 in the morning, 3 to 4, something like that.
Yep.
It was really fun. Arabian Nights is really cool. I love the music. The call-outs are cool. The genie, I went to multi-ball mode on this, where the genie just completely went bonkers and just threw everything it had at me, and it was really fun. So this is a fun pin too. And then Theater of Magic, another great one. Awesome. So what about your vids? Like we just said, Puyan. So this
Yeah,
is your prized
I know.
possession. We'll talk about it real quick.
Yeah, well, it was my
So you got this from
Gleek.
Gleek on KLOV.
Yeah, no,
Shout out to
for
Gleek.
my 50th birthday, I said to the wife, I really want to try to get a Puyan. I posted it to KLOV, and within just hours, Gleek responded and said he had one. So
That's
I
awesome.
drove all the way from New Hampshire to Detroit, Michigan, and got
Wow.
it from him.
So you've gone
Back in the
everywhere.
day.
Detroit, Michigan. You went to see Whitney in Kentucky.
Yep.
You've driven
gone
to
down
Virginia,
Maryland, etc. Yep.
to me in Connecticut.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
so it's like the New York City
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, I'll go.
Right,
I'll
this
go
is
Great
awesome.
Lake. Actually, yeah, this one was from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, that's from Troy's
This is
warehouse.
from Troy, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one that had the. You can barely see it here. I'll put a picture up, but it was like
Yeah.
we left it like that, or you did, because
Yeah.
we thought it was so cool having
Yeah,
everybody scratch
all
their
the
name
scratched
on it
names
from
and
the
stuff on
years
it.
of use. Yeah,
Yeah. I still haven't put the glass back on.
yeah, but it works great.
Yeah,
And then I want to just we'll scoot over there. We'll
Yeah,
switch
yeah.
places, and over here I just want to show you the control panel on this thing. It's pretty cool. Like you never see this in the wild. Puyan.
Yeah, dedicated original.
Dude, it's so cool. I love that. So over here, we skipped over a couple of them, right? So Super GT, which you schooled me in again last night,
Yeah.
which you were very happy to rub into the guys this morning.
Yeah, I was really excited. I didn't believe it at first. The guy I was going to buy it from said it was home use only. But then when I pulled up to, basically a mansion with, gates and giant, circular turnaround and out the whole 9 yards,
That's
I
awesome.
believed it was home use only. And
Yeah, and the seats and everything are intact.
It's
Yeah, so we played it, and it was really fun. You did really well, obviously, because you own the game.
yeah.
But what else we got
This
here?
is the guy that got me kind of started again in arcades. I mean, back in 1990, I had a Tempest, Galaga, and a Gauntlet. But it's been years since, and then I decided I wanted to get a Tempest again. And so this was my first arcade game.
Nice, and it still works?
Yeah. In fact, what's amazing is look at this rock solid image, and this is completely unmodified. So this is all original. There's no LV2000. There's no
yeah,
nothing. This is all
Wow.
still running original, and it works perfectly.
Nice.
Knock on wood.
Yep. And then Star Castle is
Yeah.
a classic that's kind of rare too.
Yep, this was a great score.
And you have the gel and everything, which is nice.
Love this game. Yeah, it is a tough game, but it's a great game.
Yeah. And we'll head on back
And this
here.
is a tight arcade. Just
Yeah.
'cause, you want to squeeze as many as you can in.
Yeah, I love it because like you didn't put them all on one side. You kind of
Right.
staggered it a little
Yeah.
bit, so it's like a little maze, which
So
is
you got
awesome.
a little cubby over there where we've got Miss Pac-Man down there and Millipede and
Oh yeah,
got a couple games I'm still haven't got restored, which is Sub Rock.
Sub Rock
and
3D.
Frogger.
Look at that! Wow,
But,
that's cool. So we got Millipede, which is a staple, I think. I love this game. I have it. I think Jeff has it. You have it. Kapow has it. Frogger is in progress, so we'll just kind of glaze over that one. This is the one we're trying to get the monitor working, right? Where we tried the tube swap. Super Cobra is
the
also a cool
sound
one.
keeps dying on that guy, so
Yeah, so for now,
it's
it's
down.
but it's great that we have there was only maybe 3 games out of all these. That's amazing that they're all working.
yeah.
Lunar Lander,
Yeah.
original, right? It's not like a conversion or anything.
It's all the right parts. Well, it is a conversion from the standpoint of this is an asteroids cabinet.
Right. Well, we could call it a dedicated.
Yeah. But it is a real board, real everything, so.
Yeah, and look at that control panel. It's so unique where you can just, up and down, and
Yeah.
it's analog, and it has like a spring action to it
Yeah.
where it snaps down.
Yep.
It's really fun to play. It's underrated. It's such a good game.
Yeah, it's a great
Very
game.
slow, but very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And everybody's screaming at the end, no, boom, and you die.
Yep.
And Clax.
Yeah.
So this is, you converted it, right, to a, what's in here, an arcade SD?
Well, I have Clax. The board's sitting over there.
Oh, okay.
But this was given to me. It was a professor at Boston University.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Hey, just come and take it. Anybody that wants it." So I went and got it, and I've thrown in a arcade SD.
Yeah, so those are pretty rare now, too, because you can't find them anymore.
Yeah,
I think, I want to say they sell the newer one. I'm not sure if that's the older one, which you can program and flash. But pretty cool. And I'm going to back up here because Marble Madness was like, you missed me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marble Madness. So you're involved actually in the multi-panel on this, right?
Yeah.
Where you basically redid everything?
Yep. That's kind of why it's missing its player 2 button, and because I had the control panel out of that, and in fact,
And you were measuring. Yeah.
We just threw it all back in the other night for your visit. And,
cool.
But yeah, I've got the multi panels are about to be run. I can't wait to get it.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, look out for that. And it's who's doing the multi-panel again?
Take Man.
Take Man. Yes.
It's on KLOV.
So yeah, so he did mention you there. He has the 3D model that I saw you showed us. It's
Yeah.
on there, and we'll check it out. Nice.
And then Asteroids Deluxe with the, and I love the 3D, glowing background.
Yeah.
It, of course, won't come out very well on film, but it just looks amazing.
Yeah, so they do that with the mirror where they have it down below. You
Yeah.
can kind of see it if we cheat. It's actually down, right down there. Yeah.
Beautiful, though.
Nice. Great game.
And
Star
then
Wars, we finally have it
5
running.
years.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I bought it from someone who needed to get it repaired, and then we had COVID and blah, blah, blah. But I finally got the board and it running just in the last, 2 weeks? So, yeah.
Yeah, it plays perfectly. It's like even the yoke is like very tight, where I was like, oh, this feels, I've played a lot of them, and that one feels really good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so now we go to the next part of the wing here. I see the Moon Patrol artwork, which I love. One of my favorite games to have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's a great game.
And I played it last night. I did okay.
This was an excellent trade gauntlet for Moon Patrol.
Nice.
Yeah. And good old Brad is
Oh, yeah, you sent it out.
completely,
Brad Rydell, right?
ridiculously redoing my boards. I mean, he's been sending me pictures. I'm like, good Lord, that's some insane work. So I can't wait to get Defender back up. That'll be nice.
Yeah, so this is the original overlay on this. I had the Willis one on mine, which I liked. Mine was in nice shape. And I had no idea that this... When I saw this, I thought this was the Willis one. They're like, no, when I first started.
Yeah.
This is the original, so it's cool.
Complete with all the cigarette, burns and melts.
And
But,
there's a shout out to John, right? From
Yeah,
John's
yeah,
Arcade, because he
yeah.
made this from the movie.
Yeah,
So
he made them available for people to download.
yeah, he's a
and
graphic
print.
artist, and he created this graphic.
Yeah.
So whenever you see this on anyone's video, it's
Yeah.
because of John. So
Yep.
thanks, John.
Yep.
And Zaxxon,
Zaxxon. Man,
the
this was
most hated and loved game of all
I
time.
love this game.
I like it too.
This was a great score. This guy had it posted for a long time at a high price. But at any rate, ultimately, after quite a while, I scored this for a nice low price. So
Yeah, it looks good.
yeah,
And it plays well. Like the joystick is perfect,
I
and it
replaced the monitor on it.
it
so
lights
looks-
up when you fire and everything. Like
Yeah.
it works really nice.
Yeah.
So there's Star Wars saying, "Yep, I'm alive."
I know.
And then
Turbo's awesome,
Turbo.
except I have this one problem. Every fourth object is super stretched.
Oh, okay.
Well, someday I'll fix it.
Yeah.
But it completely plays, so,
And this is what brought us to be friends originally. We
exactly.
connected us
This
as
is the
Outrun.
thing. Yeah,
And it
'cause-
looks amazing. Like, look at that
yeah,
monitor. It's-
brand new.
I mean, it's hard to
tube.
see
I mean,
on
it's
film
so
here, but
beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
perfectly bright and no burn-in, no nothing.
Yeah,
And that was a tube swap, right?
Yeah.
So it worked out well.
yeah,
It's in nice shape.
Yep.
And then behind you got...
yeah. This was another great score. But yeah, Missile Command. I love this game.
Yeah.
It's.
I like playing it,
Yeah.
but for me, it's not enough to own it, but I really do like
really?
playing it every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the Atari one.
I think
one
for the,
button.
I think for the price for me, it was worth it, and it's a, it's a one of the golden era
Yeah, it's
games.
true.
It's
Including
so I
this
can't-
one.
I can't get rid of it. My wife actually. This is funny. I think
Mm-hmm.
my wife is like, you can never get rid of this game. I mean, it's iconic.
Yeah.
Space Invaders, and it looks beautiful. This is, of course, the one that has the back, the mirror and everything.
Yeah.
And so that it floats over the moon, but it's pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
And it's just a great game.
And track and field.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a New England staple, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like that Tim guy,
Yep.
I even said it. I said, was he here? Because I saw some really high scores on it.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Tim
yeah, he
definitely.
was.
Oh yeah. He schools me every time he comes.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, so Galaga.
Galaga, yeah. So don't anybody drool over this because, well, it hasn't been announced. I'm going to spoil it for him. Of course, I don't think he'll hate me, but this is going to Whitney from Broken
nice.
Token.
Yeah, he's starting to
Yeah.
do the cabaret thing. Like
Yep,
he's really getting
yep.
into it.
Yeah, we're trading upright for Cabaret.
Nice.
Because I'd rather have the upright. I want the bigger monitor and stuff. So.
Well, it's going to a good home, like
Yeah.
stays
Yeah,
within
no,
the family, like we like to say.
Whitney's a really great guy, so I'm happy that he's getting that.
And then we have Popeye, which
Yeah,
is down
this
at
is
the
from
moment.
Tim, that Tim guy. It was a case of he was getting too many things. He's like, I got to get rid of some project.
Right.
And I
So
took
he
it.
has one already, right? Yeah, he has one with the white joystick. I think it used to be John's. Speaking of John.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right. I think this was an extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was going to be trade bait. Yeah.
That's cool.
But I restored everything but the board. I haven't got the board working yet. So.
Okay.
But then.
And then this one's special because
Yeah.
unlike, you know, the new 3D kits out, right? The new Donkey Kong 3D, I think High Score Saves has it. You have a different approach. You have everything with a switcher.
Yeah, I got Vector Labs switcher, and I've got all the 3, Donkey Kong board sets. And then, of course, each of them have the
remix.
The remix. So if I hold down jump, it'll switch to remix.
Nice. So it's Donkey Kong Remix.
Yep.
Then you have
Donkey Kong Jr.
Donkey Kong Jr. The
Donkey
Junior
Kong
Remix.
Junior Remix.
And then 3.
And then 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you say we check out your storage room and your treasures that you have in there, and then we'll end the video in your awesome.
Yeah, this is the part that Tim didn't
scientific
show you
lab,
guys.
we call it, because you're the mad scientist.
It's true. That's
You
true.
fix everything. All right, cool. Let's
Okay.
get there. All right, so we're back in the storage area. So we all have these, right? We have these either, it's either this or a warehouse, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty semi-organized. You can actually walk in here. You can work, right? So you have like your old retro.
It started
PCs.
out better than this, but things kept being thrown in the room on the floor. But yeah, I had organized it so that we'd have console games over there, and that would be the console game shelf. And then I think, if I remember right, that was going to be Commodore, and then Amiga, and then the different shelves. So like that's Apple right there next to you. This shelf is TI, and then this is TRS-80.
Wow.
And so then of course I have sitting stations where we have this is the Atari, that's the TI, and this is the monitor that we're seeing the backside of for the Commodore 64. And
then that thing, I don't even know what size it is.
Yeah,
it's
I think
36
it's a
plus.
36,
We'll call it
yeah.
36 plus.
Yeah, it was.
But that thing, so you run all the consoles on that, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It took a lot of us to get this thing down here, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
so heavy.
I mean, even a 32-inch. I remember moving a Sony one time, and that was like 500 pounds just for that, and that was smaller than this.
Yeah. What I like about this one is the 4x3 XPR, so it is
True.
aspect correct for the period.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I love
And it has all the inputs you need on the back.
Yeah,
which is
all
important.
of them. I mean, anything I want to throw at it.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. So let's walk over. I see some stuff on the other side. We'll check that out because I see you have new in box.
Yeah.
Perfectly sealed.
Let's go. So now we're over here where the console stuff is. I mean, like I said, generalized, but it's not perfect. I'm kind of spread out a little bit. This is like all the
cool.
This is the Virtual Boy, all the Virtual Boy cartridges.
Oh, really?
Yep, the box is right there for the Virtual Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
then I see all this. Like my eyes just gravitating.
I know.
Are those sealed?
Yeah, they are. They've never been opened.
That is crazy.
I got a whole bunch of. There's 2
They look
rows
brand
of
new.
them.
Like you're a Toys R Us and behind the window, and you're like, I want
exactly.
that one.
I mean, like Junior Pac-Man. Here we
Wow.
are. Look at that.
That's amazing. Yeah. And do you have multiple copies, or it's one of each?
I actually do have some multiple copies. Yes.
That's great.
Yep.
Awesome. And then Game Gear boxes, and then there's some boxes here, right?
For Game Boy stuff and Super NES stuff, and the box for the Nomad, the box for Game Gear, and
that's crazy.
Switch and PSP, and
the box of Virtual Boy, like we said.
Yeah.
And then I see these here. These are collectibles. Are these actually?
Did
These are in here?
Did you see the Tron box right in there?
Did I?
Look at that. There's the Tron box. Yeah.
So are these still inside here?
No, they're upstairs in my my Mad Lab. We'll
see that later.
Up there, yeah.
Nice. Having it as decorations is awesome. I could see all these drive. This is Atari, you said?
Yeah, the Atari ST. Yeah.
And then I see a synthesizer.
Yeah, the Aquarius, I think.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the music keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
and all that, yeah.
Wait a minute. I think I had this. I just never got the box. I had bought it secondhand.
Oh, cool.
Because I had the Aquarius.
Yeah.
I actually gave it away to my buddy John.
Nice.
He's actually the founder of Retro World Expo, one of the founders. Him, there's 3 guys all together. And I said, here, man, I know you like it. And I want to think he has it in a glass case in his living room, but, or in his game room. And then this looks like an Amiga down here. I wasn't really an Amiga guy.
Kind of parts and stuff.
But I guess you were working on it and
I
stuff.
got a bunch of 3000s, but look actually to your left. You'll see the black boxes right there. Look what the logo is on that.
Oh, these here?
Zoom in on the logo. Yeah,
Next,
I got a couple
NEACF.
Next stations.
Nice.
And then the next cube is on the shelf below. It's underneath the printer for the. It's over in the corner there to the.
Oh, here?
To the right. That's the monitor for it. But
I see. Yeah. Oh, I see it. It's right in that corner there. Wow. This is amazing. You know, you just have all these parts, and you have original boxes, and wow. And then you get to work on everything.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I love the 1541 drive there.
Oh yeah.
I remember doing mods on that where you'd open it up, you'd align it, and then you put nail polish, drop
Yeah,
nail polish on it
yep,
just to make
yep.
it like stay. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I got the
It's like, Mom, I need some nail polish. She's
I
like,
got the
what are you doing?
1571, the 1541, and the 1581.
Okay.
I've got all the different.
Which is the one that did 3.5? That was
the
on
1581.
1581. Okay. Wow. I was like the 64C. Like when my friend got that, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it looks so cool. You know.
I've got the 128D, which is really cool because
That
it's
one
a nice
has a
full
drive.
box.
Yeah, that one looks
yeah.
like, and it has a separate keyboard.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, my
cool.
friend had that one. And I was like all jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get much video game stuff. My parents were like, that'll turn your brain to mush. You can't
Yep.
have video games. And little did they know, Mom, I'm going to have a YouTube channel one day talking about it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my revenge.
I mowed lawns to get my console, so yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
All right.
All right, so let's jump up to the workshop and
Yeah.
see where all the magic happens.
Okay.
The mad scientist plethora of genius stuff all around him. I'm trying to make it sound
The
cool.
giant mess, but
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, I got everything crammed in here all over the place. We got circuit boards up there, and we've got, you know, my monitors for my Mac, which I work at. That's where I do all my primary development work.
So one of the things I want to say, we always go on Zoom all the time, and we're always looking at Mike, and for whatever reason, we ask for something, we're like, oh, do you have this PCB? And this is why. He just reaches up, he's like, oh yeah, I have it right here. How did you get that so fast? It's because he stores everything. It's like you can just reach him within reach.
Yep. Yeah,
Nice.
and then, like I said, this is where I do the development. And so I'll
These
either work
monitors are huge.
I'll either work on the workbench behind you, which we'll get to, or I'll do some soldering and stuff right here. Like I just, I just fixed up. This is a soundboard for Black Knight. That's the reason why Black Knight was downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Is the soundboard had some cracked solder joints, so fix that up.
Nice.
But,
and I love you have all the 3D printing going here.
Yeah, I got all my filament stored up there, and
Nice.
of course that rack was made by 3D printing.
Oh, yeah.
Those are 3D printed, you know, things
cool.
that screw to the wall, and then
Yep.
those are poles that you can buy at Home Depot, and you know.
Nice.
So.
And some of the resin is pretty strong.
Oh yeah, very strong.
Yeah. Yep. So we were talking about this downstairs. So I guess these is where you have the games over here.
Yeah.
So you got Donkey Kong on the end, the Junior, right?
Yeah.
And you have all the tabletops, and you're missing Pac-Man, but I already told you I'd give you mine because I have 4 of them.
Yep.
And then some other tabletops. There's Tron there.
Yep.
That's so cool. And then, of course, you're nice and organized, unlike me. I mean, I'm starting to get this way. I think starting to learn the ways of the Force. But
Well,
you have everything labeled all nice.
It's a lot of work because here's the proof.
So this is the new stuff that you built that you were saying a while back.
These are all my different storage, but you'll see I got like drawers
So those are all
full of
CNC
parts.
cut. You did that with DJ at his house.
Yep, made this whole thing. But
Dude, that's so great.
see
And
all
they
those
open
parts?
all the way out.
Those all need to be put in those drawers. There's just tons.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of them, yeah.
Yep.
But it's still cool. And you were putting
But
those little boxes,
Yeah,
right?
so this is the 3D printed stuff right here that'll show have all the parts in.
Wow.
So ultimately, I'm going to have these full of different storage bins for parts. So
Right.
and then labeled with what's in them and stuff. So
Cool.
yep.
And then this stuff here, these are all stuff I do not understand.
Well,
I understand this. This is an EEPROM eraser.
Yeah, and that's a monitor tester. You know, that's a pattern generator.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then the PVM. So that's what you have your test bench here.
Yeah, so I can test the boards.
Then you have some nice bins that everybody has to have. I have to get some of these.
Yeah.
I know they have red ones too. I've seen them.
Yep.
Just for my bigger parts. And then, of course, you have all the...
I got the logic analyzer and the oscilloscope.
And everyone has the B&K, right?
Yeah.
I have one now finally.
Yeah,
It's like an ISO
almost
cap,
everybody in
sorta.
our group has them now, yeah.
That way you can just plug in a monitor and it's an ISO and you don't have to do anything else.
Yep, and I got bench
cool.
power supplies over there to continuing on to the left. Yep, there's bench power supplies. All kinds of other projects.
And then more filament.
Yep,
I love
more
it.
filament, yep.
And then, of course, your 3D printer, which is, I think I missed it.
Yeah, you did miss it. It's right in front of my Mac.
Oh, it's right here.
Below the filament, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this thing has paid for itself 100,000 times because you print everything.
A friend of mine requested this print, and he forgot it. So that's why it's sitting there for him when he comes back. But
Oh, okay.
I think it's for a pinball, if I remember
nice.
right. Forget what exactly it was for. But
Yeah, I've asked you to print stuff for me too.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can you
Yeah.
do this and bring it over?
Yep. And then, of course, we got the PC over there for gaming. You got to have the PC for
wow.
gaming. You know, nice, huge.
So this one has the RTX in it, right? The 30.
Yeah, the RTX you got me. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got it. I remember when we were like, they had shortages back in the
Yeah,
day. You can
yeah.
say back in the day now
I
because they're
know.
everywhere. But I still love my card. It's the same one you have, which is a 3080.
Yeah.
You know, and it does everything I need it to, including rendering. You know,
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's awesome. Cool. All right, so we're not going to bore you more with this stuff, but this is where Mike does all his magic. And of course, we can't get inside his brain. I wish I could, but
No, you don't. It's cobwebby.
it's amazing. Thanks again, Any Mike, for hosting. Dude, his house was awesome, is all I got to say. I didn't even show you the home theater. The home theater just blew me away, literally. He has shakers in the floor. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. 10.1 or is going to be 10.1? It was currently 8.1, but there were 2 on the way in the mail. I can't remember. Anyway, freaking awesome surround system. I figured I was going to kind of film it and stuff. Then I thought about it. I was like, oh, there's going to be all kinds of copyrights and stuff. So let me not do that. But you did see his arcade down below. We had a lot of fun. You saw his shop. You saw his collection. Really great time there. And I definitely have to return to do that. There's another guy I want to go to also, that Tim guy. I want to try to go out to Massachusetts to his house. He's in Belchertown. I believe it's, I think it's the same town as John from John's Arcade. But anyway, I digress. I did shoot some other tours. So I have, let's see, I have Jeff Kinder. I did an update. I already have a video. I put a link in the description as well, but or you can click up here. That's his old video. He's gotten more stuff and he has a second wing now outside where he just put stuff in his garage. Redid his garage, built a separate shed. Completely, I think he has, I want to say he has like 90 games or something like that now. It's pretty crazy. So I'm almost done editing that. It's going to be epic because I use some new technology. I have the gimbal, I have slow motion going on, so it's going to be really cool. So I'll release the trailer for that hopefully soon. And then what's the other thing I'm working on? Oh, the Ring King is the other one I'm editing. So I did a whole restoration from the ground up. It's a cabinet that I got a while back out in Virginia. Some of the fellas picked it up for me. Finally got it up here. Jeff and I worked on it over the summer of last year. And then I had it in the arcade for a little bit. And then I kind of reached out to a guy in KLOV, and I'll talk about it in the next video, but saying, hey, look, I have this Ring King. I know you were looking for it. You know, I'm going to pay it forward and give it to you. So I gave it to him for a great price. Not looking to, you know, scalp it or anything, but so he really enjoyed it and he was very thankful on that. So you'll see that in the next video as well. What was the last thing I was going to do? Oh, you can see in the background, that's my new pinball machine. So I finally got a pinball machine. So I got strikes and spares, and I promise you here, I will not succumb to what everybody does where when they get pinball collections, they decide, oh, I'm gonna sell off my vid collection to pay for it. I am not doing that. This one I just bought outright. It was a local deal when I was traveling. I found it. And I was actually bringing, I wanna say I got it, I wanna say it was in Virginia or Maryland. I wanna say it was Virginia, but anyway, so my buddy flagged me on that. He goes, hey, there's a strikes and spares. I know you really liked it at a show. So I decided, all right, you know, let me see if I can take a look at it. And it was the right price. I negotiated with the guy, got it down a little bit. Has some issues. It did work when I got it. Now it doesn't work only because for whatever reason, somebody put in 20 amp fuses everywhere, even for the 4s, the 5s, the 2.5s. Found it, swapped them all out. It did light up like it should, but it's still, I'm having issues with the MPU, which I just have to rechange all the connectors. I have them all here. I actually got them from Mauser today. So not an expert on pinball, but I'm learning. So leave in the comments if you want me to work on it or not, if you want me to show you what I'm doing, maybe have live videos, maybe I'll do that where I'm working on repinning stuff or, you know, redoing the power supply, which I already took out. But this one here, I played at a show and I just absolutely loved it. I loved the whole theme. I liked that it was old, and you know, they always tell you when you first start pinball, you should work on an EM. This one's actually a solid state, but it still has the bells like an EM because they were kind of scared to go over it. But I'll go into that, like I said, later. Really cool stuff I got to do, and you know, but as for the time, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. It's really hard for me to post stuff because my level of quality is up here now. Like ever since I released my videos in 4K, and because of that, you know, I'm super picky about like what I release now. So they're kind of few and far in between. I don't just throw out videos on there anymore. However, the videos that I will throw out, I think are going to be live streaming. And I'm pointing over here because I have a camera going down that can show me, like I have a really good setup. It could show you like what I'm working on, but I have a really good setup with the isolation transformer that I can just plug in right there. It's a portable one and it's all great. I have like, kind of like a test bench setup. I have this camera here. I have another one on the other side for the arcade, and I'm probably gonna get one for over here so that I have like 4 different angles I can do if we're working on stuff, so you can kind of hang out, and as I do stuff I might as well just broadcast it, why not, right? But the only problem is what time I do that. So I'm trying to think either Wednesdays, Fridays, or Saturdays. Not really sure. Those are the 3 days that I have available to do it. Anyway, I digress. Thanks again for watching. I post stuff all the time on Instagram. It's at Del's Arcade. You can see it right down here. I do stuff on Twitter as well, but I post more on Instagram, to be honest. But if you want to go on Twitter, you can message me on there if you want. It's at Del's Arcade on there as well. And of course, my email is delsarcade@gmail.com. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It was great chatting with you real quick. If you have any questions, we will have a live broadcast following this show right here. If you're watching a replay of this, just click in the description. I'll link it there. But if you're watching this in the premiere live, you will see it live. Mike's actually going to come on. It's just going to be me and him talking about this episode. If you have any questions about his arcade and what inspired him or what he's working on, questions about the multi-panel that we showed, you know, feel free to ask us. That's following this immediately after this broadcast. So if you don't see it start automatically, just click on my channel and you'll see it start right there. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you in a few. Take care.